Do you feel that you deserve someone who can help you through the stress? I mean, getting yourself out of the hamster wheel. You know, hamster wheels, you just run and run and run, and it's so hard to get out of it. Because it's a self-going wheel. And when you are stressed out, you don't feel that you deserve anything, because it goes on your self-esteem, it goes on your self-worth when you are too much stressed out, and you just run and run and do the same thing every day, because that's the easiest way to handle the day every day. If you do the same thing as you did yesterday, then it's going to be easy, because you don't have to think, you just do it. And you run and run and run, and you run faster and faster and faster until you crash. And I'm sure you don't want to be there. And like I said, it's hard to feel that you really deserve to get some help in that situation, because your self-worth is so low. But it is possible. You know, you have to have someone to help you understand that you have to get out of it to begin with, and then hold your hand when you're doing the actual jumping out of the wheel, because that might be a little bit extra stressful. You don't have control of everything in that moment, but it can be so much better in the other end. I know, I've been there. I've been in the hamster wheel, and I took help from mentors, people that helped me, held my hand, helped me see what I was doing and how I could do it differently. Like my client Sonja, she was in that state, and when I met her the first time, she was running so fast. You know, she did everything, and she was, in a way, she looked like she was happy in the situation, because she thought she had control. I know what I'm doing. I know how I can do tomorrow. I know how I can do the day after tomorrow, because she was doing the same thing over and over and over, because that's how it works. And she had no clue that she was heading for disaster. And she didn't, I can't say she didn't want to realize that she deserved to get out of it, but she didn't have the means to do it in that situation. So she went on. I met her 2 months later, and she was still in that hamster wheel. And I asked her again, don't you think you deserve to get out of this, to find a better situations where you have some free space, where you can think? And yes, she did say, okay, tell me what I should do. I don't know. What can I do? So we took some time, and because that's what you need. You need to take some time to just sit and reflect on what you're doing. And for her, taking 1 hour with me was, in a way, for her very stressful, because she was so used to doing things all the time. And just to sit and think about yourself, you don't deserve that when you have so much stuff going on, at least not in her mind. So we had an hour and looked at her total situation, and then I asked her for this next step, which part of this, or what in this, is the worst thing? What is most stressful for you? And in her case, it was a person that she was cooperating with that she didn't really like, and she had to do it, but she didn't like the guy, and she had no clue how to get out of that or how to tackle it. So we discussed that for a while and decided that she would go to her boss, because she was a leader and she had her crew under her, but she also had her own boss, and we just decided she would go to her boss and tell him that this is a cooperation with someone that is not working very well, and I'm sure that And I convinced her to say that she was sure that if they could solve that, it would be better for the company. And they actually did. So she still had to deal with the guy, but not in the same way. And it helped her a lot. And also just to put it on the table helped her a lot, because then she could see what is the problem and she could tackle it. She could handle it in her brain when it occurred. And then the third step we did was to make a list of the things she needed to do to get out of it in a more permanent way. And that was a long list, and we put a time schedule on it and the order she was going to do things. And in the end she had this, what you could call a program that she could work with. And those are the 3 first steps. I helped her along the way for much longer, and she is now out of the hamster wheel. She's very happy, and she is doing more than she did before, because now she has the time to reflect, and she has the time. She doesn't have to do things over and over, and she's not frustrated. So do you feel that you deserve the same thing as my client Sonja did, to get someone to help you through the stress? Then please click the link below and have a short chat with me. You can book it on the link. And also, if you have friends or colleagues that you feel need the same thing or have been asking you for this, then you can share the link to this video with them. Good luck with your deserving a better life or leadership or whatever you want to call it. Good luck. Bye from Dr. Annika.